Oh, we're back again. Hey, look at this. Today we got this nice roast out. Remember a couple seasons ago, or not seasons, but videos ago, we had that huge pork roast. And we cut it up. There's one section. We're going to do this one up today. So, we're going to wrap it in foil and we're going to slow cook it. So, first, we wash our hands. Got that in the pan. And we're going to get mixed up special seasoning. We're going to rub it all in. It's lemon pepper, black pepper, and some curry, some cayenne pepper, some paprika, regular salt, and we're going to mix this dry rub all over it. It's defrosted, nice and squishy, you know, nice to slap. Some people like that. Anyways, yeah, nice and rubbed in, getting some grooves. It's all covered. And then we're going to foil this up. All right, here we are back. We got the roast, we got the foil. We're going to wrap this up. But before we do that, we're going to put a squirt of barbecue sauce on it. You can have spicy, you can have sweet, you can have regular, whatever your flavor is, that's your taste. And we just got our regular plain barbecue. It's a little sweet and a little spicy. It's a sweet and spicy barbecue. And personally, I go all spicy, but you know, I got boys that are little tender tongued and can't handle it, so I gotta cut down. So we got some sweet barbecue on it. Wash our hands, we'll wrap it in foil. So we got our hands washed, we're ready to wrap this thing. We're gonna take it, got it all good and nice. Get these corners so we don't have that dripping out and we're gonna move it around later. And we'll cut the foil. Makes a nice pack. But corners are folded up, so we want to drip it around the corners later on. And then we're going to, because we're going to flip it over halfway through cooking, so we're going to want this side done as well. So we take our foil and we do this side the same way. Make sure we all cut it up. And the important thing is then get our corners and our sides. Get our corners. And our sides, so we got to kind of makes a little pan around it. In there. And that's going to sit. We're going to preheat the oven. We're going to go bake. 370. We'll let that start preheating. And then we're going to go over there. And trim our plants. Yeah, that's what we do. All we're going to do, I don't like doing with all raw potatoes at once, so we'll rinse them off real quick. Alright, we're back, folks, and today we're talking about having potatoes. We're going to do a hashed potatoes. I cube them. So what I like to do when I do that is first, when they're fried or put them in the skillet, I like to have them somewhat halfway cooked, that way they're not burning, and I know they're cooked all the way through. So what I do, I cut them in half, and then I'm going to put them in a pot, and I'm going to boil them. I usually average out, I figure people do baked potatoes all the time, so one potato per person is a good number, and then I throw in an extra one. There's 3 of us, so I got 3, 4. So let's get these things in the pot. Now those will boil for a little bit. They're serranos, they're a little bit aged, that's why they're turning red. peppers do that. So I'm going to slice one of these up, and they're going to go in with the potatoes later. Oh, that smells good. I love the smell of peppers. Good. Well, that'll go in to our potatoes, the legs are saying. And we're also going to cut up some mushrooms and a little bit of onion. Let's say about noodle and a half. That's a big yellow onion. Got the onion cut. Now, you see it goes in, we're going to, I like my onions a long way, so cut that like that. And then all we're going to do is break them up, and there's a bunch of long ones. Too wide, you can cut them thinner, or you can have them wider. And this one on the ends. And not bad compared to your rutabaga segment where you threw half of them on the floor with the spaghetti. So there's all our sliced onions. And our onions are going to cook separate than our potatoes. They're going to cook with the mushrooms. Slippery. And so we're going to have saute these mushrooms and onions. And yep, I took them right out of the package from the store, not washed. Oops. There you go. So we do with all our scraps, vegetables, and fruit pieces sometimes. And that's our potatoes. We're going to fresh, if they ever grow. Oh, and I'm going to onion. Potatoes are boiling. Look at this. Not too much longer. That's going to almost start turning white from the potatoes. They're releasing their swooshy stuff. You know, that bubbly cream that comes out. Take measuring cups on, and we'll get some of that water out. We'll take care of it now before it spills and starts bubbling over. Either way, one way or another is getting warm. Let's let it cook. Let's mark the time at 2:15. So we're going to come back and flip this at around 3 o'clock. See you then. Whew, so it's getting warm in here. The potatoes, they've been boiling for a little bit. See, it's getting hot. So I'm going to turn them off. Let them cool down. You don't want to cook them too much. Otherwise, when you cut them, you're not going to dice them. You're just going to mush them. We like to mush, but we also like to have our potatoes cubed and diced. Are we ready? All right, welcome back. Here we are. It's been, almost an hour. A little longer than we know. Put it into the tins. Yeah, been going about an hour. So we're going to take this guy out. And take it, flip it. And we're going to check the clock. And we're going to put it back in. And that's that. It's got a nice smell to it. I think it'll be alright. And we still got our potatoes boiling. They're sitting here. They're not. Shouldn't be too mushy. Nope. Not mushy. And still got some crispness to it. Here we are. A little overdue. We left them in there a little longer than we wanted to. Yeah, we got busy doing other things. So, yeah, they should have been out an hour ago. But We're on such a low temperature, and there's still the juices out there bubbling. Look at this. A nice day. It's hot out. This is hot and it's bubbling. And look at that. You see the juices fall down. The best part about that is it'll be softer than that. You might have overcooked it. Try that on these.
Oh, that's gonna.
All right, potatoes. We are going to. They're hot still. Oh, and then bring them over. And we got our onions and mushrooms from earlier. You got something screw one. Now we don't want to burn the butter. The rest is not good enough. But we want butter coated all of them. Sit like that. There's still some in there, and we'll finish those. Let's do some bagel. Put some on these so we don't have to see them later. Look, some on your meat too. Try it. I could eat this all day. I like it. Alright, you said you wanted to rate them now. What are you going with? Since we kept your hands out of it, I'm saying 11. Oh, we only went 1 to 10.
Yeah.
So.
I'll give this a 4.
Mm-hmm.
The potatoes are like a 5 out of 10. They're okay. They could be better. The meat's like a 7 out of 10. Pretty good, but it could also be better. So overall, I'd rate this meal like a 6.5.